Winter training for mountain bikers. Man, this is an epic time and a great time for you to get stronger, increase your base fitness, and also change up your injuries. This is the time that you progress in all of those things. And so we're going to dive down into each one of those in this video and kind of go into why they're important to do right now and how they help you down the road when it's actually time to be on your bike a little bit more and enjoy on like being on dirt and riding around. So winter strength training. This is a time when you can load yourself more. You can get heavier loads in, but you're not worried about this epic ride that you had planned with your friends that you're going to do the next day. You can be a little bit more sore this time of year. You may be a snowboarder or a skier. You're probably not getting out every single day, and so you can change up your schedule so your weekends that you're most likely going to be able to get out there more so that you can actually be ready and not have too sore of legs and too sore of arms whenever you're going out there. And it can also help that while you're doing strength training now. Oh, I always love hearing the women that are in the Ride Life membership, they start doing the strength training things and then they're like, oh my gosh, my skiing is so much better. Oh my gosh, my snowboarding, I have so much more balance and control. I can really carve my edge in. And it's like, yes, because we focus on what single-sided things. We focus on your core, we focus on your hip hinge, we focus on your upper body posture and how much you can pull and maintain that strength for your shoulders. All of those things are things that you should be focusing on now in winter time to help you with a stronger mountain biking body. These are things that help you with maintaining your technical body posture on top of the bike, making sure that you can be in charge of your bike doing the different things. These things can load up. You can do 2 or 3 workouts a week, and you can really load in different strength. You can also, if you're going to just do 2, you can add in a core exercise that gives you that little bit of variation and balance. So Monday, Wednesday would be more of your like heavier loads, and then you do your core workout on Friday and prep for you going out and doing other things on the weekend. But it's a great time for you to add these in because we need changes in our body based on different seasons. And this comes into play because one, you're just not on your bike as much now. You may be doing different training stuff, which we're going to talk about in a second, but it's not your adventures. It's not your other challenges that you like look for almost year round for it to finally be that in season time for you. So doing strength training now really sets you up for those power moves, really sets you up for the stamina that you need for the climbs, all of these things. Another thing that comes into our stamina is our biking base. How is your aerobic base? So we have aerobic and we have anaerobic zones, like we're talking about 2 different sections of cardiac endurance. Your aerobic zone is what I like to tell people you're plugged into the wall. Like you have a large power source to work with. You're not going to fatigue out after an hour. You're going to be able to go for a lot longer, like multiple hours, as long as you stay fueled, like eating good nutrition. And your anaerobic time, that's whenever you're now on a battery. There's only so much lifetime that you have in this zone. This is whenever you are starting to breathe heavy. It's whenever you start feeling like you're working hard. This is whenever you cross into your anaerobic zones. And if you don't have a good base, then you will stay slow to be able to stay in that zone. Otherwise, you'll go faster and you'll go into your anaerobic zones. And this may be slow and fast for you, maybe slow and fast for another person. And so those differences they exist. Then one of the biggest reasons is how big your base is. And when I say how big your base is, I'm talking about how fast can you go or how much workload can you exhibit outward into the bike without crossing over into working hard, into breathing more heavily. And so if you have a larger base, you can go faster, you can exhibit more workload underneath that, then you will be able to ride your bike faster. You will be able to ride your bike longer. You will be able to ride your bike more quickly and do more things without crossing over into the anaerobic zone that will then burn your battery and you only have a limited lifespan there. And before you get really tired, grumpy, and you just are done on the trails. Now is the great time to work on that base. Is it just you doing zone 2 kind of intervals or long rides? No, 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 no. They call it the 80-20 rule. And so 80% of your actual time needs to be in your aerobic zone. So zone or like sweet spot and below. Between zone 3 and 4 is what we call your sweet spot. That and below is what we call your aerobic zone. We need 20% of it to be in your anaerobic zone because we need you to push some of those power meters. We need you to push yourself somewhat. This is where you're working hard, where you are like mentally challenged by the workload that you are exhibiting outwards into the bike or doing other different things you're doing. I like for people that want to get better at bike, I'd rather them do biking, but you can get better at running if that's what you have access to, or you can get better doing so many other different things. But cardio zones and intervals, 80% that you need to be in the aerobic zone, 20% anaerobic zone. Doing intervals like this are great for building up your base, helping you to have more stamina and be able to last longer on the trails come spring, come summer, and fall. All of these things, they just build on each other. It's great. And so now is the perfect time to add in some of those intervals because you're not doing specific rides yet. Winter's a great time for adding those in because the weather kind of sucks outside, honestly. I mean, unless you have snow to go play in, and then it's wonderful. I don't have snow to play in. I have a lot of wetness right now. I do go ride in the wintertime still, whenever it's nicer weather. Well, whenever it's not freeze thaw or just raining outside. But now is a great time to get in those base miles and to build your base up. It's also a great time to work on your injuries. Do you have a back pain that ticks up whenever you ride a lot? Do you have neck pain that ticks up when you ride a lot? Do you have a foot ankle issue that you've been meaning to work on? Do you need to actually know how to activate your glutes? All of these things are perfect for working on now. It's time to step back from doing so much other stuff and work on these things. It's part of the reason why my strength programs that I've designed for mountain bikers, they have in aspects of me being a PT to the strength training. They have accessory exercises to help you support your neck better, to help you support your shoulders better, to help you understand how to use your core to support your low back, to understand your deadlift. There was a girl that she joined last week and she said that she's now doing her deadlifts and squats because of my instructions on my videos and she feels great doing them. And that's huge. That's a complete change for her life and the ability to do these exercises and to feel them actually working for the good. Oh, it's awesome. And so now is the time that you incorporate these things. Get into a PT if you need to, get into a chiropractor, get into a healthcare professional, and get these things sorted. And so it's not this, oh, I have this neck issue. It doesn't bother me as much right now, but it bothers me every summer. And I always get frustrated because I don't want to ever stop doing what I'm doing to actually get it helped. And so I just keep on doing what I'm doing. And then when I ride back off my bike, I don't feel it as much. Do something about it now. This is the time. So I'll get off my soapbox now of getting yourself help. But going back onto this, strength training is great for wintertime because you don't have as much. Aerobic based training, getting that increase as you do more of it, and also working on your injuries. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope this gives you your to get up off your butt and to make things happen. If you need a program to follow, check out my membership below, especially if you're a woman mountain biker. And if you like this video, hit subscribe. Cheers, y'all.